these are the 28, so I can marry y'all. So I mean, I figured Celia was the right girl and all. Because when I met her, and she said to me, "I hope you're not like the rest of the guys, doesn't want anything out of life." Because my father and mother, we never owned a home, moved around from place to place all our lives and whatnot. And so I just hope you're not like the rest of the guys. So that come in my mind right then. This is the type of girl.
Getting married anyway.
Yeah, but not that soon.
Okay. Okay. Now, as a to go back to your education, now, so you only went to the 8th grade because St. Peter's only went to the 8th grade and was no Catholic.
Well, they had high school at the time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why didn't you continue?
Well, like I say, I don't know, I guess, how boys are, they want to get out, and be, I guess what they call themselves, be free, and active, and whatnot. And so these, I guess, is some of the reasons, whatever,
Okay. Okay. As a child, what did you dream of becoming?
Well, as a child, when I came up, my dream was, I came up on the farm, like I said, 120-acre farm, roadside property, and waterfront. My dream, as I worked with my dad and all the things he had talked about, what the older people had done, and even what his father done, after coming out of slavery under such hardship. And I seen that at that time, that the black people in my community had gone back instead of going forward. I mean, they went forward educational-wise, but security-wise, they went backwards. And so he used to tell me about, at his father's time, he come out of slavery and bought this farm. He had anything on his farm that any white farmer had, and all the horses, the geese, the hogs, oysters, the wood on the place, sand and gravel and whatnot, and I just looked at these things, and I always wished to myself, I want to make my father, bring him back up to what his father was when he was a child and coming up. So, but at that as time went on, my grandmother died in '48. And so it wasn't no will left with the farm. He was the last child of his father and mother, because he had about 6 half-brothers and sisters. They had moved away to Germantown, Pennsylvania, and whatnot. The minute she died and all, they came here to the funeral. At the same day, they wanted to put the property up for sale, in which they had been away from the property for 30 or 40 years almost, and did no upkeep to the property, helped pay no taxes or anything. But they just knew that they was an heir and had something in the property. And so they did go to London town, put the property up for sale. Because all the lawyers and all used to always tell my father and all, unless they came in, paid them back for all the upkeep and paid taxes and all they paid and all whatnot, they would have to do that before they could actually repossess, but I don't know, the white folks always wanted that farm, and so here comes somebody, open the door to them, so here it is now. And so my father had lawyers from Charles County, Baltimore, and all over the place fighting the case, and one lawyer from Charles County won the case for my father, and he took it to a court of appeal and won it. And then at the same time, he got back with Paul Bell and Joe Wine in Liontown, and they still disagreed with it for some reason. My sister had the papers up in Washington now from how this lawyer Barber from Charles County won this case for my father. And so, well, he fit the case from lawyers from all over the place, and read them to the time a year or two before his death. But, like I say, as time went on so long, and later Ms. Calloway up added to Great Mills bought the property, and she bought it unlegal. Nobody never signed a deed or nothing over to her and whatnot. But you know how London at that time they could handle things the way they wanted. So anyhow, this was one of my ambitions, but coming to make the farm and bring it back to what it were during my grandfather's time. And then after that, I always had in mind of coming to be a boxer, a prize fighter, because I felt pretty good about myself and all, but being in the area where you had no training places and people in the area not being interested in whatever you was about to do and whatnot, and it would take money to follow sports around and get in different gyms and all, so I saw that sort of faded out of my system, you know.